Hey guys, what's up? I'm back. It's Monday evening, April 24th, and had a very productive weekend. We got the Ender done. That was exciting. And with the position we're in now, with the all the enchantments that we want available to us, all the gear we want available to us, shy of it being netherite, and the ability to repair that gear very quickly and enchant new gear almost as quickly, we're in a great position. So, um, as I'd mentioned last week, I think we're about ready to start building stuff. However, there is one more thing I want to do before we get into that. Um, Part of building requires being up high and getting up and around and that sort of thing. And what's great for that? Scaffolding. Well, oh, by the way, we have a new pet. This is Attila. She's cool. She lays eggs. She hangs out in here. I put up a fence because she kept going down in there, and the guardians could kill her there, and we don't want that. Anywho's will be. Hi, Attila. One of the things needed for for scaffolding is string. So our second or third night here, we found a spider spawner, rather 3 spider spawners and a zombie spawner all clumped together. And I talked about how cool it would be to make a little thing that somehow does all 3 spider spawners, or or if we can even pull it off, surpassing that, the zombie spawner as well. Whatever the case, we're going to get at least one of them because we need string, and that's a very, very quick way to acquire it. We can also sell string to fishermen and shepherds if we ever get any, which we probably will. So that's what I'm going to do tonight, is I'm going to start on a spider spawner. Don't know that we'll finish it tonight. Hopefully have it finished before the end of the week. Being that we're doing potentially 4 spawners in our farm, I don't know how it's going to go. So I can't really predict a timetable here. But I think I want to go ahead and get started on that right away. So we'll go down there and we'll take a look at what's going on. Kind of scope it out and come up with a plan. Well, I got a B-dubs head too, and I thought that it would be nice to keep B-dubs near while we sleep. Or rather, we shriep. So, good night, B-dubs. I love you. Okay. I also widened the exit because I remember that you could do that, and I was getting in and out a very, very much clunkier way. So I don't know if I showed that we have purple and magenta sheep now, but we have purple and magenta sheep now. Nope, no chicken. Okay. This is all wheat now. I intend to make a wool farm in the not so distant future, and I thought it might be nice to have the wheat needed to breed more sheep. Chicken? No chicken. Okay. So let's go look at these spider spawners and see what we've got going on. No, not here. it's the next one. Or is it this one? Okay. So, we got these two. I know we can get these two into the same farm. That's no problem at all. I mean, we can see they're both activated simultaneously. Question is, can we get this one too? That one's no longer activated. This one is. Okay, that one's activated. That one's activated. Well, surely if that one's activated, this one is too, but I want a visual confirmation of that. I can tell it's activated by the flame inside of it. And we have to be within 16 blocks of these things for them to activate. And I'm not messing up anything. We're going to have to take all this stuff out anyway. If I stand here... Okay. They're all activated as long as I stand right about here. What if I get here? Are you still good over there? We're getting right on the edge, I'm sure. Okay. This is the end of the line. For that one. We'll just give ourselves a better visual cue of that. Okay. So we can basically put this anywhere, and let's find out what the other direction is to turn that one off, and we'll figure out what the boundaries are. Okay. So that one turns off once we get here. So as long as we put our spot where we stand right here, we can get all three of these at once. I think it will be easier if we're beneath all three of them, and that 16 block radius occurs, or rather applies, not just horizontally, but vertically as well. So I need to figure out how far down I can go as well. Let's get a better visual. You know what? I want to put... I'm going to accidentally mine that away, or maybe, you know what? I'm going to intentionally mine it away. So need... Whoa! Haha! A feather falling 4. That's what I'm talking about. Didn't want to go down that far. There we go. Okay. For down here, we can still activate both of those. Oh, but I'm outside. I need to do this from 360 degrees. So one of these two we'll consider the middle. We're gonna have to pick one. And I want that one above us, so going down actually will take us further away, and that's the edge of that one, but going down the edge will be closer, so we should be closer to this side when we dig down. Okay, that one's not on anymore. One right here. Okay. That's the spot right there. We can get all three of them on that spot. And we'll go with that. I want to check one more thing. If I go down here, I can still get that one, and that one. So I can be here or I can be here and I'm okay. And I think there might be an advantage to being there. Just because we're one spot lower, that gives us one more layer to work with and getting everything transported where it needs to be transported. I still want to know where the line is on everything. Actually, that's not going to matter. Now that I think about it, all that matters is this block right here. So what we need to do is stand here and double check. On, okay. Triple check. Okay. We need to clear out everything underneath and around the spawners. We're not going to be able to incorporate the zombie spawner. The only way we could do that is to give up that spawner over there as being part of this system. And I also think that if we did incorporate it, where does it shut off? Here? We should be close to where it shuts off. Okay, that one comes on right here. And that one's still on. But we'd have to be so close to this middle one, it would really not give us the room we need to, like, it would be too close. It would be like that coffin scene in Kill Bill, where if she hadn't been trained to hit with no room, she'd be stuck in there. It's a similar concept. We wouldn't have the room to move around or move things around that we need moved around. Here's an interesting tidbit about a thing. The difference between a coffin and a casket, as I understand it, is a casket has 4 sides and the coffin has more than that, where it's angled around the shoulders and head, and sometimes also at the feet. So there's an interesting thing for you. However, colloquially, the terms are used interchangeably for the most part. So if you don't call it the right thing and someone calls you out on that, they're just like, that wasn't necessary. And you can tell them I said that. And then they'll say, well, who in the world is the Captain Incredulous? And then you're going to have to explain a whole nother thing. And then you're not talking about coffins anymore. So that's nice, I guess. So yeah, this isn't going to be terribly exciting for the next few minutes, because I'm just going to be clearing out stone and sort of making it so we need nothing here, so that we can then use the nothing to direct the spiders when they do spawn where we want them to go. And we're going to have a similar problem with this one that we would have if we did the zombie, this one, and this one, but not as bad. It's similar yet different thing to overcome, but we'll figure it out. I know how to do this when it's just one. I've even done it with two before. Once I had a spider spawner and a skeleton spawner within 2 blocks of each other. And I did a thing with that worked out really well for me. But I've never done 3 at once. Well, technically I have. I've done 4 at once, but that wasn't to collect the drops. That was to make a game. Yeah, so I've never done this far apart with the intention of them being, something I collect string from. And we'll also get spider eyes from them, which we can use in potion brewing. There are a number of potions that require spider eyes. Or rather, they require fermented spider eyes. And to make a fermented spider eye, I believe you combine the spider eye with a mushroom. And I think you can use brown and red, it doesn't matter which, I think. Or there may be more to it and I'm completely wrong. We'll find out when we start brewing, I guess. So typically in these things, you would make a 9x9 empty cube around the spawner, and then you'd create a channel and force the spiders to with water to be pushed to a chamber where you kill them or have them killed. I mentioned when I made the creeper thing that I wanted them to die from the magma cubes and not to die from the fall, because as I understood it, mobs don't drop stuff when they die from falling, but I was reading up on that and it appears either I'm mistaken or that has changed. Or I may have been conflating them not dropping experience when they die from a fall with them dropping loot, like in this case string and spider eggs. I mean eyes, not egg. There are no spider eggs in the game, thank goodness. We should really swap out our axe and shovel because we're not going to be doing much chopping down here compared to the amount of digging we'll be doing. And all this gravel will become concrete. Of that I have no doubt. I use a lot of concrete. I just like the way it looks. I think it also has a very satisfying sound when you place it. The thing about this is we're gonna have to go more than 9x9, kind of, because, well, we don't have to, but it might be easier if we do. It will be much easier to determine what the next step is once we have the area cleared out, and then we can just kind of then fill it back in specifically how we need to fill it back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically to this wood block is what we need to clear out on this side. And looks like we need to clear out up to this point as well, above it, if I am correct. Now that we have silk touch, I think we can get these too. Though it's easier with shears, and I could be wrong. You know what, let's leave them. I don't feel like dealing with them right now. We have other things to do. Like I said, this part's gonna be boring. That's okay. We're in this together. We gotta get all that cleared out. Some of it we don't have to. It'll just be so much easier to do this because we'll be able to see everything from everywhere if we do it. Otherwise, we'll essentially be making this thing blind. Or we'll have to duck around and look around the corner every time we do something to make sure everything's good. And if we just clear it out, it saves us the trouble of doing that and reduces the chance of an error, which reduces the chance of having to come back in here and fix something. Okay, that's a good start. Actually, this is andesite here. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to need a lot of it for the GM building. Based on my chosen color palette. So I might as well just grab this, because we're certainly going to use it eventually. And if we leave it under the spider spawner, we'll not probably be able to get to it again. Not that it's rare or anything, it's just, as you can see, much more rare than stone. No, other than dirt, just about everything is rare compared to stone. And deep slate. Once you get to a certain level, we're right on the edge of stone and deep slate, as you can see here. And we still need to clear 9 by 9 out of this area. The reason for that is the mobs can spawn in a 9 by 9 area around the spawner. So we want to make sure that's clear so that they have maximum chances to be able to spawn. If there's a block in any of those spaces, they can't spawn, and that reduces how often they're going to spawn, and that reduces how much stuff we get. And we want stuff. That's the whole point of this, is to get stuff. So, yeah, this is going to be our first mob farm. I believe we have a full inventory. Let's go back up to the surface and get some storage. Because I don't want to lose these blocks. What's my way back? Did I mine my way back away? I think I did. Let's fix that. I sure did. We'll make a better way to get to all this too once we have it set up and know exactly where it's going to be. I would just dump some of this in here for now. I'm going to keep the andesite. I'm going to keep the diorite. A lot of people don't like diorite. Say it looks like bird poop. They're not necessarily wrong, but I do like polished diorite. I think it makes a good floor block. Looks, in that context, you could make the case that it looks like marble. And then some people would disagree with that as well. And those people would especially be Iskal. An excellent Minecraft player, known for both Hermitcraft and Vault Hunters. And probably other things too, but before I came along. He might have been on... I know he was actually one of the original beta testers. I recently found that out, so that's cool. He's been involved a long time, is what I'm saying. At this point, we will use most iron like this as decorative. Because we have all the iron we need. Well, I'm going to have to mix up my stoves a little bit till I get a better storage system set up. We'll need some shulker boxes, I guess. But that's not a priority at the moment. However, we should go in busting again soon. Get some more shulker shells. Do we have any in here? No, we don't. Eating another carrot, as is tradition. We get 2, yeah. 2 will be enough for now. I should have just put them in here since I'm going to set them down. You know what we'll do? There, that torch means, yes, this is the right floor to stop on. Okay. Let's go clear out around here some more. Pick up all our blocks so they don't despawn, because we're still poor enough to want to pick up even stone. You know, you mine stone with silk touch, you get stone, but when you mine stone without silk touch, you get cobblestone. And most people know that. But when I first started playing the game, my first thing I built that wasn't like just a little starter house made out of cobblestone was a replica of the media tower in Berlin, Germany. And based on the blocks available to me at the time and my knowledge of the game at the time, I knew I wanted to make it out of regular stone. But I knew that every time I mined stone, I got cobblestone. So I looked up, how do you get regular stone? And it said you put it in a furnace. And I missed the part, I guess, where it said, or you can use Silk Touch. And, so, like, over 10,000 blocks of cobblestone I put in a furnace, which meant I had to go mining for coal, too, just to turn the cobblestone back into regular stone, because I didn't know about Silk Touch. I went through so many picks. And back then you didn't have mending either. So even if I had known about it, it wouldn't have been available to me because it didn't exist yet. It'd be weird to know about it, being that it didn't exist yet. So it just gets crazier and crazier in this hypothetical scenario. Also, I don't know that this is true anymore, but, and maybe it wasn't true then, but at the time, as I understood it, you had to be within 20 blocks of a furnace for it to operate. So I also had to have, like, keep moving my furnaces, because as the thing got taller, it wouldn't be cooking my stone, or smelting my stone while I was building it, because I was too high up, and it wouldn't smelt because of that. I don't need this clogging up my inventory right now. But if we need more rel, you know, we know where to come get it. We can also make a farm for copper, much like iron, but that will involve not iron golems. I've never made one of those before. But there's a thing when zombies spawn that increases the spawning of more zombies. Like if they get attacked, then the next group of zombies that spawn will be larger. And round turn, I think, use this mechanic as well, or it doesn't really matter if they do or not, but drown do hold copper. So if you can spawn zombies and then increase the spawning of zombies by virtue of attacking them, or rather increase the spawning of additional zombies is what I mean by attacking the initial zombies, then you can get a bunch of zombies in one place at once. And if you convert them into drown, they have a good chance of dropping copper. And that's how you farm copper. It's convoluted. I never would have thought of it myself, but I've seen people make these farms on YouTube, and I've played on that multiplayer world we streamed from on Friday. They have one there that someone built. And it is a sight to see. If you want to see a long chain of zombies walking down a narrow path and being turned into drowned and holding copper. If that's something you want to see, you can. It's on YouTube. Might should have gotten that before we got too low to get it. Okay, let's go with the granite, because I want to mark out. Wait a minute. I don't know why that's not dropping any spiders, but I'm glad it's not. I knocked the torch down when I was mining. Maybe because I'm holding a torch. Well, no, that's not supposed to do it either. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, we're just lucky that it wasn't shooting out spiders at us. what I'm doing is I'm measuring out how far up we need to mine. So we need to come out to here and go 1 block higher than that granite there. And it might actually be a good idea to go get that tinted glass and sort of box these into the size of the cubes we want them to be, and that will give us a good visual indicator of where to mark things out correctly. Oh, it still had this torch, that's why. Oh, I forgot we had this chest down here. I wonder what's in there. I don't even remember. And what you just saw there, gravel falling, is why there's an entire subreddit dedicated to the hate of gravel in Minecraft. Because it can cause falling deaths and it can cause suffocation deaths by the mechanic you just witnessed. And you just saw it push me right off the stone there. Let's pick up all this wonderful resources before they despawn. We get the gravel. And we're also alright, so basically anything inside these axes needs to be cleared out. So we're good on the bottom, we just got some more stuff to get on the top. And we have removed our exit once again because we are not paying attention to our surroundings, as I have warned myself about more than once. I don't like that hole. Let's just get rid of this hole. There. It might be smart to go get some scaffolding. have a bunch that we don't really need anymore. Over at the creeper farm. So we can just fly up there now. I mean, we can fly in here too, but it's difficult to place blocks and mine while you're flying. We're no longer in a position where we need to place blocks or mine at the creeper farm. Well, I mean, we are going to build around it, but we're going to need scaffolding, and way more scaffolding than we have there at the moment. No. I was curious as to what was in that chest. I wanted to check. Unlike diorite, people really seem to not mind granite, and I think it looks polished, or it looks great polished as well, even better than diorite looks polished. Of course, I think everyone would agree on that. We're almost good up there. Then we gotta go all around here and all around there. But we're making progress. That's good. How's our inventory? We're about halfway there. Filling it up. Okay, everything around this one that needs to be. Except over here. I need to get here. I think we're good now. Oh, we left a lot of stuff in here. Could have used that cobble before. I thought I was out of cobble and this deep slate. I don't come here for 3 weeks and totally forgot everything we had in here. So we will hopefully remember this next time. Let's just real quickly make a way back up here. All right. Yeah, I think we're good on this one now. So right here. Gravel that fell. So let's go clear out this one. But let's also clear out back here a little bit. The reason being, oops. Oh, you know what? I should have just left that dirt. The reason being is I still want to maintain access to the zombie spawner, and it will be hard to get from over there, so we'll create a new entrance right here. Kind of what I had in mind. You know, if we just kind of clear out here to the wall over there, we'll visually be able to tell, oh yeah, there's a zombie spawner over there that we want to get to at some point. Though I did forget to mention, I was doing some, as they say, mining off camera, and I ran into another zombie spawner, but it's not as easy to get to as this one. It's in our mine. If we went all the way down the stairs that we used to come down here, and we went into our tunnels, it's down there. I just happened to mine like right up against a wall with this mossy cobblestone on it. It made it obvious that I had mined right next to a dungeon, and so I checked it out, and there it was. Inside was a zombie spawner. It was a smaller dungeon though. Like the walls had been cut off by random generation, which is not really something that, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not supposed to happen, it's just it doesn't happen that much. So there were no chests in that one. There was no loot, just the spawner. The only thing really interesting about it, I guess, was how uninteresting it was. And we don't actually need to clear out this far back. It's just sort of like a... If we do, we'll be able to see when we come in from the other direction more easily. Just we'll have a better idea of what's going on and where we are. Because we've taken our exit away, so, and we keep having to rebuild it, so if we just kind of do this a little bit, we'll have an easier time getting in and out of here while we're working on it. It's not like we won't use this stuff eventually. We absolutely will. Because I build big stuff. Very, very big stuff. Oh, we were under my shulker pot. Alright. Very good. And you can see, like, just how tight some of these things can actually be. Because when we first originally arrived here a month ago, we came in through here, and then we went up through here, and we had to go down there, and then up around there, and then through there to get over there. But it's not really that far away. And once we get all this other stuff cleared out, you know, we'll have an even better idea of how close these three are together. And you remember they were in 3 separate corridors on 3 separate levels. But really, they're not that distant from one another. Oops. Right beside where I was trying to be. Oh boy. Now I don't actually, I think, have enough tinted glass to build 3 cubes around these spawners to get the visual I want to get to determine what to do. And if we do make it out of glass, it does have to be tinted glass, or the light from outside of it will affect the spawning rates. We want it to be dark in there, so stuff will spawn better, or spawn at all, really. But I'm thinking we can get more pretty quickly. I haven't been to the Amethyst, or rather to the Geode in a while. But I have been working in this area, and hopefully close enough to where maybe all the amethysts have grown back and we can go ahead and mine them without waiting around for it. Not sure, we'll have to go check. I really didn't need to mine back that far. I just saw those hanging down and it just bothered me that, you know, it wasn't even. Just didn't look good. It has no bearing on what we're actually doing, though. Oops. I fell. Again. You know, let's do up here before we do down there. Or we'll have a hard time reaching it again. No, we can't mine with a sword that well. Let's not do that. One thing that I think would be kind of cool is if these were renewable. Like if spiders left to their own devices for long enough, they made more, but they don't. You just get the cobwebs you get. I mean, technically they're infinite because you can keep finding mines forever, but until you do, you have what you have in them, and you can only get them with shears, I think. And they make for great things that aren't spider webs. You can put them in an item frame and it looks like, you know, like, let's say you put it on an aircraft carrier, it looks kind of like a radar outline. You put it up on across a in the air, like in a line. You can make a volleyball net. You can put it on the top of a bunch of iron bars and it looks like barbed wire. You can use it in certain mechanisms to slow the rate at which things are falling, which can come in handy in some situations. So we basically want to go clear out here. To here. And I actually am going to come back with shears to get these, I think. Because we don't have any yet. It'd be nice to have a few. Just laying around in case we need them. You can also put them, you know, take them and then put them right back up anywhere else you want for aesthetics. Like maybe you're building a haunted house and you want to put cobwebs all over it. Well, you can. Just wasn't sure if I'd been this way or not. I thought I saw a minecart, but I was mistaken. Looks like we're good to go on the top side of this thing, so we can, or actually, let's clear this right here, just to be safe, sure, whatever you want to call it. There we go. All right. Still making progress. And we're actually going to use these fences in our farm as well. We will place them on top of the spawners, going for 5 blocks, because spiders can spawn anywhere inside the cube, but we don't want them spawning directly on top, because they'll fall straight down wherever they spawn. Now they can, like, what I'm saying is they can spawn in midair anywhere inside the cube, or the spawning cube area. There's not a physical cube, it's just an area shaped like a cube in which they can spawn, is what I'm trying to say. So the one place we don't want in that spawning area for them to spawn is directly above the spawner, because they'll fall straight down onto the spawner instead of in our rest of the area that we're going to have set up to push them where we want them to go. If they're on top of the spawner, we can't push them. And then they just sit there, and those are spiders that are preventing other spiders from spawning just by existing. The idea with these things is to get the spiders out of the spawner and killed as fast as possible, or far enough away as possible, to prevent them from affecting the mob cap and the spawning rate. The faster, what I'm saying is, the faster we move spiders away from here, in addition to the faster we kill spiders that are here, the faster these things will make more spiders for us to kill. And that's the whole point, is getting as many spiders as possible to get it as many of their drops as possible. It's a numbers game. Another thing we can get with shears is this lichen. And it's a light source, so we can put it in places where we want things lit up, but we don't want to use like a torch or a lantern, or we want the light to be really subtle. It comes in handy in those situations, and I think it looks nice too. Well, this one's starting to shape up as far as being cleared out. Of course, there just has to be a chasm underneath it. That's just great. It's fine, we'll make do. I mean, we built an ender. We can handle a chasm, right? Ender is over a bottomless void that kills you. This is just a chasm, and it's not even that far down. Nothing our feather falling can't handle. Oh no. Well, that's okay. We can get lichen from elsewhere. There's plenty of lichen to be had around here. I was just kind of clearing this out. It seems silly to have a dead end when you could just have an area. Let's get this one too. Why do I have 2 torches here, I wonder? Am I marking the zombie spawner or something? I bet that's what I was doing. Just putting 2 torches there, like, hey, this is different. Pay attention. That seems like the sort of thing I would do. But right there, you could see. I'll put another one up there. Oops. So that's gonna fall. You can see it falling. It just takes longer to fall when there's a spider web. It's like that viscosity test that's been running for like 100 years, except faster. There you go. Now you see. That's neat. Yeah, glow squid over there. All right, let's go get all these blocks. And I'll tell you, this is one more advantage to building in a mushroom biome, or we'd be having to light this whole place off to avoid being attacked while we're building it. We really lucked out with this island. Just, it's so cool. It's big enough to have all these features that mushroom islands normally wouldn't have under them. It's so big that just the random algorithms are just more likely to spawn this stuff, or rather generate this stuff in an area that big. And since the area is that big, they did. And it's just wonderful. So we need to go from here. Yeah. And go down one more. Whoa! I falled again. Okay. Looks like we're good on this one now. One more to go. Let's go get that stuff too. Game is so much different with an elytra. You can just jump down there and not even worry about it. All right. You know what I still don't have? Where did he go? Still don't have a bat head. I don't want to chase him that much. Bats are so hard to... They're hit... You know what? I'm going to say they're hitbox. It's hard to see. So let's turn on hitboxes. We didn't get ahead though. That's okay. We'll get one eventually. Usually I get one by accident when I'm aiming at something else and it flies in the way. And I hit it instead of whatever I was shooting at. That's usually how I end up with a bat head. Oh, our inventory is full again. Let's take care of that. Haven't even had to use the shulkers yet because we forgot we had this chest. All right. Oops. I'm terrible at this. There we go. Still no head. Okay. Oopsie. So let's get above it before we get the rest of the sides. So I think that'll be easier. No, no. We fell again, if you can believe it. All right, I was about to do this. And the point of these is just so I can more easily get around the corners as I'm mining above. We'll remove all this granite and such. This is just to give us a visual of the area we need to clear out. There's no other point to it. Just sort of like when you're chalking out lines, when you're, you know, at a construction site or whatever. Sort of like that. Same principle. Well, it really is kind of hard to tell from this spot what needs to be cleared. So I'm probably just gonna go too far. Just rather do that. Well, it's not that it's too far. I'm gonna go farther than I'm needed. There's not a too far. Too far implies that that would negate something I'm trying to accomplish. It doesn't. Alright, how are we looking up there? And once we wrap these all in tinted glass, it'll become even more apparent that we've got everything cleared out we need to. We are about done clearing stuff out. Not bad for about an hour and 15 minutes work. We didn't get started right at an hour and 15 minutes, but that's when the stream started. We're actually at an hour and 17 minutes right now. But yeah, not bad for a little over an hour. Let's just clear out under here. I'm very pleased with all the andesite we're getting. I was gonna have to go mining for a bunch of that. I mean, I still will, but less so now. Alright, there's a couple more layers to go. And then we'll go look at our tinted glass situation. As I recall, we have a little less than a stack. And a 9x9 area is going to require, what is that, 81 blocks, so 81 times 4 is 244, and then that times 4. Am I doing this right? I'm not sure. Too late to be doing math. I mean, it's not late, it's too late in the day, it's not too late. Being that math is a large part of my job, I don't tend to enjoy doing it after 5 o'clock. Well, I mean, I don't hate it. You kind of do it automatically. But numbers like that in your head, I mean, why would I do that? Just give me a calculator. We're in good shape though, as far as clearing these out, I think. All right. Was that lichen over there that's glowing? It is. Oh, you know. 1, 2, 3. For a second, I thought I miscounted and done 5. I was like, did more than I needed to do, but no, I counted correctly. Need to remember to trust myself. I've done this enough to, generally speaking, trust myself. Except when I'm super tired. Let's just... There. Keep faster to do it that way. Keep forgetting I have that button. That's a new thing I've been trying out. And then, what is it? Oh, that's nice. The feature I got because I thought, oh, wouldn't that be nice? And then I forget to use it when I have it. What does this one do? Stack from container. Okay. I don't know. Should have left that. We might need to get over there again. Oh well. We can always put it back. Alright. Let's go look at the stained glass. Oh, another thing we'll probably do is build a bubble column to get out of here faster, and a drop to get down here faster. Let's just see where we are. Okay. Yeah, we can just build some sort of little entrance right here. That'd be cool. Go straight down, straight up. Might even build it like right here on our spot. Have it get recessed into the wall over here, and then we're gonna have all the stuff come to us right here on this side. Like these two will have them flow over this way, and then to here. This one, or I don't know. Maybe. Actually, now that I think about it, we probably need to pull this back some, because I want all these, like, relative to me on the same side. But one thing I do need to know. Oh man, okay, so my spawning box is going to be cut off a little bit because I can't go that low without turning that one off. So we're going to lose one level of spawning capability, but that's okay. I can live with that. I mean, we have 3 of them, right? It's fine. But on the other, I need everything above me. Might have to lose 2. Because I need everything, like, at least on this level. Since I'm standing on this level. Because I need it to flow to me, and if I'm above it, flowing to me won't work right. Because water doesn't flow up, as I'm sure you're aware. It doesn't flow up in Minecraft either. Unless you put bubbles in it. Wait a minute. Did I put bubbles? Huh. I sound like a villager. Maybe there's a way to do this after all. Let's go look at our tinted glass. See what we got. And I can wrap up the 2 that are high enough already. And while I am, I can think about how to pull this off with, or how to potentially pull this off with a bubble column. Thinking out loud pays off once again. Whoa. And here's Attila, laying us another egg. We still haven't named you. We should, though. It's soon. I know. What do you think of that, Attila? Look at that. That's pretty impressive, huh? Alrighty. I know we have, I want to say we have 54 last time I looked. 56. We have 56 black. Not enough. Let's go see how our geode is doing. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. It worked out well though, didn't it? Oh. I suppose maybe we should grab our special pick that doesn't have efficiency on it. Because having efficiency on a pick is a great way to break these things so they don't make more amethysts. That one's not fully grown. That one is. We do have fortune on it though, so we're getting extra shards. So this thing may not be close enough to be loaded in when I'm over there. I knew there was a chance it wouldn't be. But I was hoping maybe some of it would just be on the edge at least occasionally. Doesn't look to be the case. I already got almost a sack and a half though. If we mine them before they're fully grown, we don't get anything. I'm having to check them. Because from some angles it might look grown and on others it doesn't. And there's data packs we can use to give us a better visual indication of whether or not something's grown, but that's annoying. We'll have to let those go. I don't have anything in my inventory to get up there. It's funny what things remind you of various other things. I remember when I was digging this out the Saturday that I went and got all that tinted glass for the creeper farm. I had Netflix or something on in the background. I was watching a 3-part documentary on Woodstock 99. Now every time I come in here I think of Woodstock 99. And now maybe you will too. And I was in here for a long time because I believe I watched all 3 parts while I was doing this. These things don't look big, but when you're mining them out but trying to leave parts, it takes a while. And that said, this is the biggest one I've ever seen. Not that I've seen a lot of these. They're fairly new to the game, and I haven't really messed with them before. Other than just like, oh neat, there's one. I've not done much with them. Well, looks like we've about got it all. Of course, it's constantly growing while we're in here, so that there's stuff that will continue to be mineable as we look around. But I think we're getting to the point where it would be more efficient with our time to move on and come back later. Yeah, I feel like I'm spending more time looking than I am mining, but we just saw this one grow right in front of us, so that was cool. And from what I was reading, like every second there's a chance that one of these will grow one stage. There's 4 stages. You can't mine it till the 4th stage to get anything. But when you account, and when I say for one of these to grow, I mean like that could be interpreted in several ways. So let me say it more clearly. Each one of these has a chance to grow for every game tick. But when it does grow, only one side of each one would grow. And a tick, there's 20 ticks in a second. So when you account for that, how often they have a chance to grow, but it's 50-50, I believe. Or it might be less than that. It has to be less than that, or they still grow way faster. So when you account for the fact they've got 6 sides and there's like 100 of them in here, I don't know how many, but I haven't counted. There's a lot. It takes I was reading 6.7 real life hours for one of these things where for everything in the room to grow back completely. And we just don't have that kind of time to wait around, so we're just gonna get what we get and go from there. And I do have a couple days I'm working from home this week where I could hammer out some on my lunch break. Saw that one grow right there. But yeah, I think excuse me, I think we about got everything we're gonna get tonight from here. So yeah, let's head on back. Well, there's one more. I'll get that one too. You still haven't grown. Okay. Not bad, not bad. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 stacks exactly. And here, we don't have to go up the waterfall anymore. We can just do this. That's nice. Alright, let's make some tin glass. Might as well sleep. Get some sleep, right? Right. Well, let's just get as much glass as we can hold there. And I'm doing this wrong. It goes like this. So yeah, 4 stacks of shards give you 2 stacks of glass. So we're gonna have to make a few passes through there to get all that we need. Unless my math earlier was wrong. Let's re-up on the rockets. Well, that's just silly. We'll keep the 1. We'll use it to get out of here. But first, let me put this egg away. I want to take a short break. 5 minutes, no more than 10. So I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, we have another egg from Attila. How wonderful. Oh, it's great. Attila. We talked about this. You get stuck in the water every time. I even put a fence around this water, and she still somehow found a way in. I don't even know how she did that. And she goes to this corner right here, and she bobs up and down. Right here. Just like this. Well, I didn't mean to swim. Not like this at all. Gee. You know what? It's because I have an elytra on. Yeah, she bobs up and down right here. Just like this, in this spot. And even if you have seed, her pathfinding won't let her get out of this spot. So you have to come over here and mine these blocks right here away. And then she can swim over here, because she can't go through that room because, well, there's no way out of this room except down. And then she'd be stuck down there. Well, not stuck. She'd be in this section, I guess. Oh, hey guys. We still haven't drained this whole thing. I did want her to be able to roam everywhere, but unless I drain this room, apparently that's not a thing that we can allow, is it? Is it, Attila? Oh, we got another egg though. How about that? I'm saving all of Attila's eggs. I don't know why, other than I'm just curious as to how long it will take to fill up a chest. I don't know why I care. I don't. It's just a thing that I'm doing. All right. Let's go put some glass down. Oops. Oh, right. Can't fly without wings. Unless you're a helicopter, I guess. Oh, I went down that cave down there. I found a really big cave. It was neat. We'll go look some other time though. We're looking at this stuff over here. I guess I should have just used another rocket. Oh well. It is hard to fly downstairs. Nope, no torch, no torch. Well, you know, I just looked out the window. Hold on, let me hold on. Well, I don't know what's going on, but there is a fire truck on my street. Maybe someone needed some sort of medical attention. I know I live very close to a fire station, and they always get here before an ambulance and administer first aid until the EMTs arrive. So I hope everyone's okay, but I don't see any activity outside on the street, so it appears they're all inside of whatever residence they've gone in. Let's also put this here so we don't forget what's going on with that block. All right, let's just start on this side and work our way over. Oh dear, I don't know what happened there, but I missed. That's not what I meant to do at all. Okay. We want to go one more in this because this is on the outside of it. Forgot to get shears. That's okay. I will, of course, give an update on the fire truck situation if something becomes apparent as to what's going on. You know what? Let's start at the bottom and do it that way. And ooh, I heard a horn. Hold on, let me look outside again. Okay, I have no idea what that was. Still don't see anyone. No, I see no activity. Still hoping that everyone is, of course, okay. Also be curious to see if these, how close, not if, I know they're not going to, but how close these come to overlapping. I mean, we could kind of already discern that, but to actually see it be kind of neat. Yeah, we're not going to have enough to do it. We're not going to have enough to do even one. Looks like my original math was correct. Actually, I don't think my original math itself was correct, but the idea that we wouldn't have enough was correct. I do not have that much faith in my original math, being that I'm a little mentally fatigued on that part of my brain at the moment. The Minecraft part of my brain's working great right now, but the math part, which admittedly is a large part of Minecraft, but the ability to multiply on large scales is not something I'm able to flex at the moment. Yeah, there we go. And again, this is tinted glass, which means that while we can see through it, light does not pass through it. So it will not inhibit the function of the spawner. And it occurs to me we don't need the corners. That'll save a little bit of glass. There we go. Well, let's just do what we can on this one. Oh, I'm in a spider web. I am no longer in a spider web. It further occurs to me another thing. We don't need this row. And we don't need the corresponding row down here. Yeah. So that'll save us some materials. We'll do this so we kind of know where. Wait, no, that's not right. Well, okay, I was thinking it was one in, not one up, and that confused me. I said my Minecraft brain was working, but look at me now. There. It's this one we don't need. What I meant to do. There we go. Oop. I hear activity. Hold on. Still nothing. Not sure. Not sure. So, I would surmise that based on the available information, of which I have little, that it is not a sort of emergency in which a hospital visit will ensue, because I think an ambulance would have been here by now, because those arrive pretty quickly too. It's just that the fire station is literally across the street from the entrance to the neighborhood. So whatever's going on, it might be of a nature where firemen were required, but not EMTs. And if that's the case, that means it's not a health situation, so that's probably good. I don't know. We really don't have enough information to speculate, and I'm not going to any further than I already have. So, I never think that's a good idea. It's typically dangerous, so I try not to make a habit of it even in situations that aren't dangerous. Speculation is how you end up with crazy ideas sometimes, speculating without enough information. Okay, I'm hearing stuff again. Sounds like they're actually people. See, the driver's side is facing away from me, and I keep hearing things, and I'm thinking that there are people doing things on the driver's side. That's where the activity is, if there is any activity. I keep hearing doors open and shut, but I can't see anything. I guess I'm gonna have to go up one more to be able to place these. I'm too tall. Or two more, I guess, really. When I was mining all this out, I accounted for the area of the blocks, but not for myself placing them. But no, my Minecraft brain is doing just fine. That's what I said. No problems here. And I haven't even explained how this thing is gonna work. I've just explained how things spawn. I haven't explained how, once they spawn, what we do then. And I'm not going to until we get there. Because I'm not sure yet. Because there's 3 of them, and I haven't done that before. We're gonna figure it out together. I don't hear the fire truck anymore, but I didn't hear it pull away either. But it is in fact gone. So, whatever it was seems to be over. No ambulance came, so I'm going to hope everyone's all right. I mean, I would have hoped everyone was all right even when an ambulance did come. I'm not saying I wouldn't have, you know, that's silly. You know what? There. That's bothering me. Hey, bat. Can I get your head? You're not even in here anymore. No head. Well, I don't see the other one anymore. Oh, well. We'll get a bat head eventually. We just believe in ourselves. Ooh, missed some wood planks. There we go. This is the last stack we have for now. Let's use it on this area here. And in that way, we can kind of sort out on each side where we are. We'll have sort of a grid for how to place the rest of them when we get them. There, that'll make things easier. I mean, not a grid, but sort of a guide, a visual reference of where we are with everything. Okay. That's a good start. Obviously, we just, you know, we need more tinted glass. And then we'll wrap that one, and we'll wrap that one, and then we'll have a perfect indicator of where our spawning areas are, and from that we can more easily devise a way to get everything to right there. If it were just one spawner, we'd be done. I'd have already finished everything because I wouldn't have had to mine out 3, and I wouldn't have had to figure out where the size was because I would just do the right size, because 9 by 9 by 9 is easy, but 9 by 9 by 9 in 3 different spots that you have to connect to each other, you want to see where everything is so you can connect it up when you're done. So there's a little more work involved, but I think the payoff will be worth it because it's just a cool thing to have, and it'll certainly give us more stuff than we'd have without it. So I say, you know, we take advantage of where these things are positioned to the most that we can. You know what? Let's take this string though. I'll take these too. And this. We'll take this. And this. And this. And this. And this. And we'll leave all this. You know, we'll take this too. Indeed. It already looks so different in here. That's progress. That is progress for us. I'm going to leave these in here for now. That's all I'm going to do on those today. Because I need... Let's give ourselves a visual indicator. This is where we turn. That's what this torch means. Anyway, we need more tinted glass to do more, and we don't have any. And I'm not going to stream myself just standing there waiting for amethyst buds to grow. Because I don't think that would be fun for anyone, myself included. I would rather, I'm gonna have to sit here and talk while I wait for things to grow and then mine them and repeat. I don't want to do that. If I'm doing something like that, I would prefer to not be streaming and just like have some sort of thing playing in the background that I can halfway listen to entertain me, like a weird Netflix documentary about some kind of true crime thing. That's been my jam lately. Either that or Hermitcraft or someone on Twitch. That's what I've been watching the last few weeks. True crime, Hermitcraft, and Minecraft content on Twitch. Oh, and Peaky Blinders. I'm almost done with Peaky Blinders. I think we have 3 episodes left. And then the end of Better Call Saul. I'll start next because I haven't seen the last season because of a rather infuriating thing in which I was screwed out of being able to use my VPN for Netflix, so I couldn't watch it. I was not pleased. I don't want to carry around a single block. I don't want to go back to my storage just to, well, that's going to mess up the mycelium on that one though. We'll put it there. Yeah, I don't want to go back just to put one block in. I have kind of 2 options here. What I could do if I were to end the stream. One is AFK at the creeper farm, which I want to see how, and it's not for gunpowder. I need more sugarcane. I want to see how much sugarcane I have. Oh, and you know what? I needed to go back to my storage anyway, so I could have taken that block. All right, got enough for almost 3 stacks of rockets. Another 14 sugarcane, which should be the next harvest will get us. Each harvest I tend to get about 20 sugarcane, 20 to 30. So I think I'll hold off on that because we still got rockets. Could also AFK in the geode. Let's go put our stuff away, except for that one block that I put away because I forgot I had other stuff to put away and I didn't want to go in here just for one block. Thanks, Attila. You're great at laying eggs. Nice work. No, it doesn't go there. That goes here. There we go. Take a sip of my water now. Or rather, I'm going to take several large gulps. I'm thirsty. What am I? I'm just walking around aimlessly now. And the 2 things I mentioned, I'm certainly not going to stream. Those are just 2 things that I kind of need to do. Let's go check our iron farm. Yeah. How are we doing on needing to empty it out? I bet we're close to it. Yep. We are, but I'm not going to do it right now. How's our tree farm doing? Let's check on that. Let's just check all of our little farms. Because I chopped it all down last night while I was waiting for wool to be on the sheep or something. I was waiting for something. I don't remember exactly what it was. Looks like everything grew back for the most part. There's a couple random spots over here where the trees just won't grow, and it shouldn't be, and I cannot explain why. I have no idea. I've never seen anything like it before. Hey guys. There. 20 more. We get 20 from this one every time. Because there's 10 of them, and I harvest the top 2 levels. That's how we get 20 every time. I need to have picked up this one. I guess what I think I'll do is I will explain what our short-term plans are here while I'm planning this. I did not mean to feed you, but I'm glad you're pleased. I'm going to finish the spider spawner project, the string farm. Well, now we're going to have a baby chicken. That's just great. Life is beautiful. The whole circle of it and everything. And the point of that is to get scaffolding, because we don't have enough scaffolding. And scaffolding will be used for our next several projects. We're going to make the GM building, which we've already outlined the foundation of. We're going to build the lighthouse. We're going to make a building for the villagers. And we're going to make a wool farm. With all 16 colors of sheep and multiple of each color. And those are our short-term plans. I also want to put some kind of facade on this building, but I still haven't decided what that will be. That's not a priority at the moment. But we've been talking about the GM building, we've been talking about the lighthouse, and we've been talking about the villager, so I want those to be our next 3 projects. We're pretty much up and running on the basic things we need: food, tools, weapons, gear, enchantments, mending, experience. We're good to go on that, so we are ready to move on to building. We are at the stage in the game where I have the most fun. There are still plenty of farms to build. There are so many farms to build, and we'll build them all. But I want to build some pretty things around our existing farms before I move on to the next farm. While we're building the GM building and we're building the BioShock lighthouse, I may take breaks during it as I run out of materials or just need to work on something else, for just to have something different to do for an evening. And I may throw down a simple farm on those occasions, or we may start the wool farm. We'll see. And maybe one night we'll just be in the mood to go fight the dragon, because we need to do that at least 19 more times to open all the portal. Maybe we'll find a polar bear out there somewhere and we'll bring it back to the island, or, you know, something like it. Who knows what sort of crazy, zany adventures we'll find ourselves in. But I do think at this point, you know it's coming. That. There we go. You see what time it is. It's clearly night there on the clock behind me. I mean, yes, we have the clock by the mini map, but I'm doing a thing here. Anyway, it's time, I think, for the stream to come to an end for the evening. I had so much fun, and I hope you have too. I will be returning tomorrow for another stream. I will be returning Wednesday as well. And then I will be streaming on Friday. I will not be streaming Thursday or Saturday. I do not know about Sunday or Monday yet. I won't know about those probably until the weekend. But anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I've been Captain Incredulous, and you have been wonderful. Good night.